Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for late publish. I already say I'm very busy, but you can see here the previous episode that me and Piero prepared from the raw teak the assembly of the two washboard that I will use on Ellös. Now you will see the second part and the end of the job, and I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel C4C, here for restoring a fantastic Hallberg-Rassy 312. This is the new episode of the series, and I have a lot to show you how I do. I have a help of Piero to make some work inside the boat. Finally, I finished my chart table, my box with all instruments. I'm working on the electric and I install the oven. For sure, cross finger, I hope the next year start to sailing, because I like refit, but I like sailing. So now we start with a new episode. I hope you enjoy it, and we start just now! Hi guys, welcome back to the second part of making the washboard. In this episode you will see a lot, also the mistake that I did cutting the washboard with the plexiglass. You can see there is a small piece of thick glued on the border of the washboard because I cut in wrong way, so I needed to fix this problem. And Piero now is completely sand the excess of thick that we glued 2 days before. This is the low part of the washboard. We clean and we sand the excess of epoxy, and it is perfect. You need only to be oiled with thick sealer. And now we start to cut exactly the correct inclination, and Piero here is checking the inclination of the right one, and after that we bring the same inclination in the second one. The lateral cut is very important because when I will install the locker in each washboard, the locker must be in the same position. I don't want to have a problem when I need to close with the locker and there is not correspondence in the hole that I will do in the hatch. We start to cut with the correct inclination and of course without mistake. Another check of the measure, and we are perfect. Piero touched the stuff and difficult, he made a mistake. I will do normally. Another small sanding to give the very nice looking. In the back of the main hatch I will put some net to avoid the mosquito entering in the cabin of Ellös. And here we start with the first hole for the locker. Piero centered exactly in the middle of each arch and the correct A, the hole that we need to do for installing the locker. And now Piero is preparing the frame for the washboard. This is the frame that I will use in the main hatch and where I will install the mosquito nets on the back. We cut the frame, and also here we are. We will test if we make a perfect hole for the lockers. You see the lockers? I have a knob from inside that I can close myself inside the boat, and also from outside. I buy in Italy. I look a lot to find the correct version, and finally I find in Italy, because we made a very nice and smart and stuff. So this is the frame. We need to make some modification to permit the locker to be installed, and also to get the frame that keep the net again mosquito in position. And now Piero is preparing the space to be able to insert the frame under the locker. Mai piaciuto dire?
Quello era buon fare. So che quello era buono a fare.
And now with the router we make the 45-degree cut. We make the hole in the frame because we fix this frame with the screws. And here you can see the first look of the frame and the locker. It's very nice work. Piero now is fixing the frame. This is the second with the plexiglass one I'm testing, and the result is great. I need only to fix and sign just here because I have this movement. I need to make as last modification to add some tick here. So I will cut 5mm and I will cut set 10mm and fill up this difference. You see this difference? I will fill up and it's correct. Now I will sign just here with a pencil to get the correct cut on the tick to do. But now I need to measure the perfect closing. Do you like it? So now we go inside. Okay guys, don't worry. Original my idea was to leave the bare tick inside, but at the end I decided to varnish also the tick just inside, except the washboard. So you see the bare tick on the frame of the entrance, but I will varnish very soon. But now I check if all work well. You can see the closing here. So I have my lock here, and I can use with the knob to close from inside, from outside. Okay, now we need to sign exactly. I need to sign because I need to cut and glue some tick to get the correct thickness of the upper washboard. Of course, is another work, but I need to do because if not, it's rattling. Dun, 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 dun. I don't like it, especially when we're sailing. So I need to make this last modification, but we are very close to the end of the task. Now I test and sign the second washboard, the original one. And here we are. I'm a Franco factory. I already cut the frames. I already prepared the piece of stick that need to be epoxy glued on the border of the washboard. Now I'm preparing all the stuff. I use some epoxy add with thick powder to get the same color, and I will wait that the epoxy cure, and after that I sand again. Ooh, it's quite difficult work. This is the last gluing, and after that they are finished. And here we are in another great, glorious sanding, as Mad say. Just finished to sand. I need to check the plexiglass and the frames if they fit well my back of the washboard. This is only a test. I'm waiting that the brass screw will arrive soon, because I won't use them to make a very nice and clean installation. This is the locker, already prepared. Also in this case I need to get the correct brass screw in the correct size. I'm checking that all the parts are well fitted on the frame, because when arrive the brass screw I make the final installation. At the top of the rail we have 22.5 and the bottom we have 26, so I need to get the correct thickness of the washboard. So now I check how much I need to cut. The thickness here is about 25, okay. So I came back to TopTech and Franco helped me to cut the correct thickness of the washboard. I bring them to 22.5. When I come back to power plant, I will sand the excess ½ millimeter sanding by hand to get the perfect fitting of the washboard inside the rails. And here we are. The washboard doesn't fit well the rail. I need to sand the excess of ½ millimeter by hand. And the thick is very hard wood, so I need to sand a lot. Second attempt. Oh no, need to sand more. And start again to sand. I spent about half an hour sanding both washboard before get the correct fitting. I sweat a lot because start to be hot in Italy at the moment. I completely finished. The first one fit very well. It's very solid, no rattling. Yes, perfect. It's very completely, except here is less than 1 millimeter. But it's easy to lift. So this is job done with this one, and now we go with that one. The second one is fixed. there is no rattling, completely fixed. I reduce the space here and here, you can see, and you see, no rattling. Fit very well here. And now I need only to mount the plexiglass, the locker, the frame behind, and the job is done. You can see, beautiful looking. I need to make the space here for the locker. And here is right the moment to install the frames, the net against mosquitoes, and the plexiglass. I use the acetic silicone to fix the plexiglass on the frame. Something happens, very easy to take out and replace. Very important to use the correct quantity of silicone because I don't want to spread silicone everywhere. So I pay a lot of attention to spread the correct height of silicone inside a small rail that will make with silicone a very good gasket to avoid water entrance. A good cleaning of the plexiglass, and now it's time to install it on the frame. And now is the right time to install the frame to maintain fix the plexiglass. The screws that arrive from Germany are a little bigger, so I need to countersink a little more the holes that I did in the frame with Piero. And now the time has come to install the lock using the brass screws about 3 cm long for 5 mm thick. Okay, first washboard just finished, and now we start with the second one. The time has come to install the insect protection net. I will want to sleep peaceful on the board without getting bitten by mosquitoes. So this is the best way to avoid this one. No possibility to mosquitoes to enter inside Ellös. I used a compressed air stapler and stainless steel staples to avoid rust over time, so it will be easy to remove them if I have to change the net if broken. So also in this washboard I will install the frame to protect the border of the net and make a very nice and tidy work. Brass screws, and we go! Okay guys, they are finished. You can see I use the nets to avoid the mosquito entering. All gold, and this is with the plexiglass one frame, and now we're testing the board. Bye. And with Piero's great experience, we have found the exact position where to make the holes, so that when the lock is closed, it fits perfectly into the hole. Okay, this is the first test that we check if the brass plate is screwed in the correct position. After that, we will make the hole in the middle of it. And now is arrived the moment of the truth. Is the lock fit well the hole we did? First test, we go. Yes, it closed very well. Piero closed himself from inside using the knob of the lock. And now it open. And now we test the other one with the mosquito net. This is the normal washboard I use when the boat is closed. We check if all is okay. And also in this case, Piero make a perfect job. All fit perfectly, all correct, all very, very, very nice and tidy. And now I check from outside if the key work. Yes, it worked very well. Very easy to close and open. Yes. So guys, the job is done. I completely finished my washboard, and I have this setup. This is the first one, and this is one with the plexiglass. I can close myself inside. I can close from here, completely close, you can see, beautiful, and I can lock myself inside. So it's very, very great stuff. And this is very safe. All both I can open from and close from inside, so it's very easy to use. I spent a lot of time to find the correct locker, and finally I found it in Italy. This is very small and very, very sturdy stuff made by brass. So guys, many thanks for your patience, because I wait 2 weeks before publish, but before publish I won't show you that all job is perfectly done. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like my video, please remember to leave thumb up. We see you in the next episode. Ciao!